Hello.
Hey, how's it going? I
What's
can't see
happening,
you. I got
pal?
the Tuesday Club logo in front of you. I can't see you.
Really? How's that?
Hey, that's better. Great. Welcome. This is a little trial run Tuesday Club podcast with me and Kyle Reese. She's filming for the weekend. But we're just testing out this platform, ready for Saturday for the big one, Scotland v Wales, where we'll be doing a live watch along during the game. We've already got a couple of guys popped in to see us. Simon Harris, no Reese Webb. Well, we'll have a chat about the teams now, Simon. Lynn Caban, hi all on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Just a trial run, Lynn, Simon. But fair play to Kyle. He set all this up and really excited about it, mate.
Yeah, it's going to be good. We said last week, first time for a while that I've watched a Six Nations game without the booze, and now it's going to be the first time this Saturday I'll watch a Six Nation game without any profanities because we're live and we like to keep it clean. So
Yeah, so
I won't be screaming and shouting at the TV.
I tell you another thing. Probably now we're testing this. We might have to watch it with the sound turned right down, which isn't a bad thing with some of the commentators these days.
I know. Who is commentating on the game anyway? Is Jiffy doing it?
I would hope so. Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, I think it is BBC for Scotland Wales. So, hi Rebecca. Rebecca Wright is in. How's it going? Thanks for joining us. As I said to both Lynn and Simon, now it's just a little run through trial for us. And I got to say, before we go through quickly through the team announcements today, Kyle, we got Sam Hewan coming on our very first Tuesday Club podcast watch along.
I know.
How exciting!
It's going to be great, mate. And obviously, he's a Scottish boy. He's big into his rugby. Loves going to watch Scotland. He goes to watch Glasgow all the time. Well, when he's got time, anyway. Obviously, he's a good mate of mine and a good friend of our podcast. So it's going to be exciting to have him come on, and hopefully, our boys are giving him a right seeing to up there. So we'll have lots to say.
The only thing is, will he come on if we're leading at half? Tell the boys should push on in the second half, perhaps.
Definitely. Oh well, we got people flooding in. Look, messages coming in.
Yeah, Lynn has asked, will we be seeing the game in Australia? I miss it in Australia. I think we've had my social media, but I'm not so sure. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get it. I don't know whether you get it live, and I'm not sure whether they stream it live on the BBC iPlayer. I'm not sure you can access that outside the UK. You've got to have a UK.
They do stream it. They do stream it live on iPlayer. Yeah, I'm sure they do stream games live on iPlayer.
Yeah, but I'm not sure whether you have to be in the UK to watch BBC iPlayer, because you need a UK TV license.
Ah, right. Fair enough.
So, Rebecca, right, it's going good. Just finished on my peak challenge workout. Well done, Rebecca. I'm just going in now. I'm just waiting for, till we do this. And then I'm going in the gym with my two boys who've just come back from walking the dog. So looking forward to that. Thursday night in the Holly household is family games night. And tonight, reigning champ, Dad, is going to clean up all the cash in Monopoly yet again.
Monopoly tonight, is it, mate?
Hey, let me give you a tip on Monopoly, right? Monopoly. Just zone in on Mayfair and Park Lane. Get those two. It's all over.
Really? Why is that?
Well, because they're the biggest rent. So every time, and then you all the money you got, you whack houses and hotels on them. Anytime any other players land on them, they have to weigh in a load of cash. So what the kids are watching this because they know my tactics now.
That is.
Liz just said there, no, I can't. Only UK. Yeah, I thought so. You need a UK TV license. Craig Jones, smile for me, Kyle.
How's that?
You know what? It goes well on Saturday, pal. Then I think we'll have to do it for England, Italy, and France. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, maybe not for England, because I don't think my nerves. I don't think anybody wants to see me watching Wales play England. I'll be honest with you. It's hard enough for the people who've got to sit next to me on the, well, I'd say on the rare occasion nowadays, but on whatever occasion, every other year when I go to the stadium to watch Wales and England. So I feel pity for the people. This is a funny story. Every time, and you can ask anyone that goes to watch games, normally Amy or my family, before I sit down, I will apologise to the row in front, the row I'm in, and the row behind before the game's even started.
Not saying me.
No, but I set it up, Ben. Do you know what I mean? And I have the three rows in full laughter all the way through the game. Do you know what I mean? I'm in my element.
Glad I've never sat with you.
Started out. We've watched the game together, haven't we? No.
Oh yeah,
yes, we have.
Yeah.
We
have.
watched it together. We went to that suite in the stadium, in the box. You got us in some box, and if I remember rightly, I had the whole box. Yeah, I had the whole box in stitches, and I was a big hit. I feel. That was brilliant, and we smashed South Africa. Hadley Park for 2 tries.
We're going to be wearing Welsh gear on Saturday.
I'm going to be wearing my Welsh gear. Yeah, I'll be wearing my new Welsh top. I'll wear my Welsh face, which I got there. Official WRU merchandise.
See, you'll be. I coached Wales at lots of different levels. I used to have loads of kit, official kit. I probably haven't got hardly anything left. I had a couple of things signed by the squads I work with up on my wall now. You've seen them. But you tend to give it away, You tend to give it to people. So I don't have to have a little look, see what I got.
You got a lovely red Welsh Rugby Union hoodie that you just take walking now and again. Why can't you wear that?
Yeah. I can't be wearing that during the day. It's cold enough at the moment, so yeah, perhaps I'll dig that out. Shane's normally pretty good, but I'm a different size to him.
Shane's a different size to everyone.
He's like Roger Melly, the man on telly at the moment. He's filming at the moment in the Black Mountains, so no doubt we'll see that in the weekend.
I'm going to be honest, when he texted us here and he said, I'm freezing up here. It's like, come on, you're freezing, filming something, living the life. Like, you know what I mean? He could be freezing, digging holes like I am, or trying to dig holes because the ground's bloody frozen.
He's mourning now that he has to spend all his time going around selling coffee. I'm like, tough old life.
Right then, should we have a little run through the teams, mate? Do you want to run through the teams for us?
Yeah, okay. Teams are announced today. Lynn Caban says I'll be wearing Scotland. That's your divine right, Lynn. We won't be. Teams announced today. Some surprises in the Welsh team. Why? Well, because as we discussed, we discussed on last week's podcast, injuries for Wales. The biggest blow was obviously George North out. Jonathan Davies already out in the centre. Johnny Williams took the head knock, so he was out. So that's left us with only 2 centres, Nick Tompkins and Owen Watkin. Now, Shane gave us tough information. He said Nick Tompkins was injured, but clearly he's carrying a knock. Shane's heard it right about George. Lewis re-examined Hasta, friend of the pod. Hasta's there, and of course, won the try. And Liam Williams comes back in after being banned for a head clash in a Scarlett Blues game. Halfbacks the same that finished the game because Thomas Williams obviously out. Kieran Hardy comes on the bench. And I suppose the only real big surprise is at 6, Aaron Wainwright coming in. Josh Navidi's injured. But interesting today, mate. Wayne Pivac, when he announced his team, right, he said, we did select Josh McLeod but for his first cap, but now he injured after we named the team during the day. He snapped his Achilles, by the way, Josh McLeod. How unlucky is that boy? He did his hamstring before the autumn squad. His Achilles now before announcing the team today or yesterday. But imagine being Aaron Wainwright. Publicly, Wayne Pivac, you picked Dan Lydiard, 33-year-old, first test in 2 years or whatever, ahead of him. Then you pick Josh Navidi on the bench, and now you say publicly, we would have picked Josh McLeod. So Aaron Wainwright's in. I don't know.
Wainwright feel.
I don't know if it's great man management, like, you know, I don't. But James Botham is obviously called into the squad as well. And interesting one on the bench, Willis Halaholo from Cardiff Blues. You a fan of old Willis?
To be honest, though, being an Ospreys fan, unless Cardiff are playing the Ospreys, I only tend to watch the Ospreys and the Scarlets. I don't know, call it a West Wales bias thing. I don't really know. I used to watch the Dragons now and again, but anyway, I've seen him play a couple of times for the Blues, and you know, he's got good feet. He's got quick feet. He's got a nice little step on him and that. But I don't know. He was unlucky the last time, wasn't he? Because he was in the squad and he got injured and before he could get picked. So I know it's not really the time to be picking uncapped players, and you know, normally you wouldn't pick an uncapped player and put them straight on the bench. You would let him have a couple of weeks with the squad. Now he's going to have 4 days with the squad, training, learning all the calls or whatever it is they do now through the week. And then who's to say that Tompkins, Watkins, something doesn't happen to them in the first 5 minutes like it did to Dan Lydiate, and then he's straight in.
Well, the thing is, mate, that's why they've picked him. They don't have another fit person in the squad to cover centre. When you think about it, if let's say Jared Evans went on the bench, right? Who would go at centre if there was a knock in the first half, say?
What about everyone? I've seen a lot of call. Everyone's on about Jamie Roberts, and it's Jamie Roberts and Reece Webb, that type of thing. We won't talk about Reece a sec. I know somebody asked about it just now, but Jamie Roberts now has he had the call and he's declined it because, do you know what I mean? He's played everywhere now. He's played in Wales, he's played in France, he's played in England, he's played in South Africa.
He's chomping at the bit. He'd like to be on, mate.
So why isn't he? You know, I think he's one of the on-form centres in Wales at the minute. So
it's the argument, isn't it, that he's too old, can't bring him in because we're looking forward to the next World Cup. Because Willis Halaholo's 30, Dan Lydiate was 33. They brought him back.
Exactly. Like to see, have a look at the Scottish side, mate. They had a couple of injuries as well to balance us out. So that's a bit smaller. Do you need your glasses, pal?
I do, actually. Fortunately, I know the team, so
there we are.
There's a couple of Scotland, actually, you know, because they had quite a bruising game. We thought they came through unscathed against England last week. Brilliant win down there, obviously, but clearly not. You know, the one that springs to mind for me is 6. You've got Blake Thompson coming in, the Scarlets back rower, former Hurricane Super Rugby player, qualifies for Scotland. So he comes in for 6. Now, it's interesting, mate, because he's quite a loose player. And when you talk to Shane and Ryan Jones, who we had on last week, and that, the Welsh mentality always going to Scotland is we're going to beat them up front, or we're going to be really physical with them. I don't see Blake Thompson as a physical sort of player. The guy he's replacing, Jamie Ritchie, is a physical, good young player, you know, tip for a lion spot. Whereas Thompson's a bit more loose, offloading, athletic, you know. So that's an interesting one for me, because Watson, as abrasive as Watson is at 7, and Ferguson, they aren't, again, the big physical animals. So, you know, that's an interesting one. And back row battle is going to be interesting. And then, unfortunately, Cameron Redpath. Remember Brian Redpath, the scrum half, played for Scotland? It's his son. He made his debut last week, and he played really well, but he's out. So there's one. But they have picked Darcy Graham on the wing.
Do you know what I like to think of was the hooker, George Turner. Mate, do you know every time he got the ball, he was like a bullet. Like his legs were just like, he was just smashing into the defensive line and at pace, like, and I just thought, flipping heck. But that's one thing of the game now, isn't it? There's a lot of hookers in the professional game now that could score an 80-meter try. Well, maybe not an 80-meter try, but you know what I mean? Like, look at the likes of Sharp Brits and maybe people emulating him, and, you know, the New Zealand, you know, Dane Coles. You know, you'd look 10 years ago, you'd look at their hookers, and they could play centre. You look at our hookers, you know, and they're like 2 rissoles in a sock, like, do you know what I mean? So, but it's, you know, that's why I really like that Turner who played for Scotland last week, because I just thought he was hitting that defensive line like there was no tomorrow, to be honest. So I like
good. I mean, I looked at the bookies odds, as I always do today, and I think Wales have got a 5-point start with the bookies. You know, in international rugby, that's a lot. Mind you, you look at England, Italy, England got a 37-point start off the back of losing last week.
Yeah.
But I think England are flat track bullies, to coin a cricket phrase. I think cricket phrase. They when they play the likes of Italy at home, they do tend to. I don't think it's the ideal game for them, to be honest. After losing at home to Scotland, I think they need another tough one. A bit like Ireland now playing France. I think that's exactly what Ireland need. I think it's going to be a great game on the weekend, that one.
Yeah.
So yeah. It works, mate. We got a bit of interaction. We got 9 people on, and we didn't tell anyone.
No, I know. Yeah, everyone's busy though, either cooking their tea or waking up in America.
Yeah, I'm doing my peak challenge as one of our listeners was there. So great. So those 9 people who are on listening, great. We put out this tonight, tomorrow, and get all excited to come on. Just before kick off on Saturday, mate? Yeah.
Yeah. So Saturday, there we are. There's the little bit of promo that we put out this Saturday, 4:30 p.m. We will be going live 15 minutes before kickoff. Just on
that. Well, how much stick did you get from Outlander fans? Yeah, and you put the wrong one up. You put Sam Heughan with an E.
I put the wrong one up again. Look, do you know what?
I was on social media.
I was trying to put it together as quick as I could, and amongst doing a variety of other things. And for some reason, ever since I met Sam, which was 2017, I don't get it. What are you doing?
I'm coming from behind the poster.
Oh, right. I saved his name in my phone as Sam Heughan with an E. And funnily enough, I've never, ever had to write his full name, so it's never come up before.
To be fair, every time you text me, your fat thumbs come out with different words and spellings. Look at them.
But anyway, please excuse the spelling mistake. I did correct it on all the other social media platforms. But Abbas 4 will be live. We'll have a 15-minute settle-in, and then the game will be on, and we'll just have a nice little watch-along. We've got some beers from Brecon Brewing, partnered with the WRU, and we've got some Welsh Gold, some Welsh IPA, which we will all be having a sip of. Do you know, I might even have a little sip of it myself. Maybe one of the red ones, because red's my favourite colour, red for Wales.
And it's got the 3 colours on.
And yeah, and then we'll be having a special guest in Sam. Sam will come and join us. We'll have a bit of banter. Who's going to be talking the most, depending on who's won the first half. But so yeah,
we'll have a little prediction. We'll have a prediction from us.
We'll have a prediction, yeah.
Yeah, mate, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to the watch along. I think it's a great idea. See you 15 minutes before the game, Lynn. Thank you. And we want as much interaction as we can. So thanks to the 9 people who wondered what the hell we're doing tonight. Matthew. Oh, Matthew's on. My cousin Matthew. Don't do it, Kyle. I think a good point, Matt. You know, you pledged not to have a drink. Don't do it, mate.
But it's only one, isn't it? Well, does it count if I put lemonade with it?
Yeah.
It does, all right.
Have a shandy, right? What we'll do is we'll say, have a shandy.
There we are. Just tell everyone as well that they can follow us. I'm getting good at all this producing stuff. Maybe I should quit being an actor. Maybe I should just start producing things from my bed.
I've had a few people ask me about sponsoring some episodes, and so I might ask them about sponsoring watch-alongs, because I'm hoping we get quite a lot of people,
Yeah, hopefully. Well, from the reaction we've had anyway on social media, I think there's going to be a lot of people tuning in. A lot of Welsh fans as well, but we know there's going to be a lot of people tuning in just for Sam.
Ryan Kletterberg. Oh, you sound happy with that shandy. Cheers, Ryan. Yeah. Okay, well, that's it. I'm going to go in the gym. Look at you showing off all your producing skills. Well done,
No, it's
Kyle.
good, isn't it? I'm just practicing. Look at
This is
that.
good.
Got the little pictures in.
Yeah, great. Look, I'm really excited about this now. Such a great idea. See you soon. Thanks, Rebecca. Thanks, Lynn, Ryan, Matthew, Simon, who came on just to nose at what we were doing. And it's been a big help because we now know that this platform works. All Kyle's wizardry has paid off. We had a quick run through the teams. Shane's filming, so he'll be joining us, along with the great Sam Hewen, our friend of the Tuesday Club podcast. Me, Kyle and Shane. Watch along on Saturday. Be there 4:30, Facebook Live, and through our YouTube channel. Can't wait to see you all. See you then.